Hey, what's up? Before this video even gets started, come on, y'all. You already know it's gonna be good, right? You already know. You seen enough of me, right? So go ahead, like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends, tell your enemies too. All right, so we finna cook some shit up. Let's do it. What up? What up? What up? You already know who it is. It's your boy, Fat Boy Chronicles, coming to give another video. All right, so hey, today's T-shirt is brought to you by the Havoc brand. All right, so check them out. Check them out. I'll put the information in. All right, so don't quit. Right, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, when you want to smile but you have to sigh, when life is pressing down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. All right, so what we making today? I got some leftovers, right? I got some short ribs I made those smoked Gouda grits. I'm not gonna throw that stuff out, right? We're gonna repurpose it. So we're gonna make a Bolognese ragu, right? So how do you do that? Right? That is a meat sauce with some tomatoes, not a tomato sauce with some meat. So we're gonna play on it. All right, and then I'm gonna do some fried grit cakes. So let's see, man. Come on, check it out. Fair warning, it's a lot of meat in here, right? So there's gonna be times you're gonna say, God damn it, that's too much meat, right? It's some fat shit. Hey, it's Fat Boy Chronicles. Come on now, we're gonna do fat shit. Come on, let's watch. All right, I got some bacon. I got some mild Italian sausage. I got some tomatoes, some crushed tomatoes, some diced tomatoes, some tomato paste. You got some red wine. Y'all already know what that's for if y'all watched the other video. Here I go, I got some leftover short ribs. All right, I got some fresh thyme. This is that gravy I made from the short ribs. And then I got some onions and peppers and carrots right here. All right, let's do it. All right, let's add our bacon. All right, so what we're gonna do with our short ribs, you see the bone is still in there. We're gonna go ahead and debone these short ribs and go ahead and shred this meat up. So it's gonna go in our meat ready. So you see, all I did was just tore it into big chunks, right? It's gonna break down in the sauce, so don't worry about it. It's gonna break down, right? It's just the main thing, get out the bone. All right, so we also did the bacon. So I got this cooking on low, right? So we want it to render all of that fat, right? And you see, there go the sauce again. All right, but it's leaving that good fond on the bottom, man. There you go. Leaving all that good fond on the bottom. We're gonna add our carrots, our onions, and our peppers to this in, right? So the bacon is where we want it. It's starting to crisp up. All right, so now we're gonna take it out and then save all this fat and continue cooking. All right, let's do our Italian sausage. And that same bacon. All right, so I got our sausage going. All right, so now we're gonna add our onions, our peppers, and our carrots. All right, so let me say this real quick. So I'm not adding a lot of seasoning. There's a reason for it, right? So remember, I'm using the gravy from the short ribs. That gravy is packed full of flavor. Like that was slow cooked with bay leaves and thyme and all kinds of herbs and wine and all that stuff. So I have to be very careful with your salt, right? Because you don't want to over salt it because a lot of that salt is in the gravy. So as you're cooking down the meat, we're gonna add the gravy, we're gonna add the wine, and then we'll adjust the seasoning as needed. So don't think I'm gonna be out here seasoning my food because I don't. We're gonna add 1 whole can of tomato paste. So now we're gonna add that gravy, right? So remember this gravy's got a whole bunch of flavor already in here. It's a meat gravy. All right, so we got 1 can of chopped tomatoes and 1 can of crushed tomatoes. All right, so we're gonna add our red wine. And this time we're not gonna add a whole lot. We're gonna add and taste. Because remember it's red wine already in that gravy. All right, so what do we got now? All right, so we already added pretty much everything in there. All right, so we went ahead and now we can season. We add our salt, our garlic, our thyme, our herbs, our rosemary, Italian seasoning, all that good stuff, right? And I also add some prunes. You already know what they do, so we added prunes to it. And don't call me Ken, right? Raisins and prunes can go in food, all right? Just so you know. All right, so now all we gotta do now is just kind of chill, sip, let it come together. All right, y'all see the sauces coming together. All right, we're gonna add our short ribs. All right, so this is a short rib ragu. So we're gonna add our short ribs to the sauce. Now look at all that good tender beef. Hey man, this is finna be something good, right? So we're gonna mix all this in, let all this come together, and then we're gonna adjust our seasonings yet again. All right, we're gonna add that bacon back in. So now this is our 3 meat ragu bolognese sauce, right? So this is very rich. This is one of those that you don't eat every day. It's very rich. It's gonna be real good though. But now it's time to add our fresh herbs, right? So we have our fresh parsley, we got fresh basil, and we got our fresh thyme, right? So we want to make sure we add those at the end so that the impact of those fresh vegetables is really felt. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and chop these up, add them to the ragu. Thyme, parsley, and we're gonna add the basil last. All right, so after we add our basil, cut it off and just let it all come together. Hey, somebody said, how can you make grits more delicious than they already are? Easy. Fry it. All right, so we're going to fry these grits up. So real simple. All I did was take those Gouda grits that I had already, right? I just put them in a pan, let them just sit overnight, let them get nice and solid. And then I just took a cup and just cut them out like you do biscuits. I got some eggs and some flour. Hey, you know what? Come watch it real quick. Come watch it. We're finna fry these grits. So I got some seasoned flour. We got 2 eggs. And then I just took these grits, right? So I put them in a pan. And then I just cut them out like you do biscuits. And we're about to fry these boys. So we just put it in the egg wash. All right. Dip it in the flour. Throw it in this grease. All these really need is about 45 seconds to a minute per side. All right, so I'll let this one go a little bit longer than it should have. All right, but just a few minutes each side, a few seconds, and then flip them over. All right, so we're gonna let them cool off. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you have not had fried grits, hey, you need to rethink some decisions in your life. All right, so I'm gonna start just putting a little bit of the Bolognese sauce down, and then I'm gonna just put 2 of the grit cakes on top of that. This is to stabilize it. Then we're gonna top it with some more. All right, there we go. Now we got this fresh Asiago that we're gonna grate on top. All right, and then I have some tomato relish that I made a couple days ago. I'm gonna top it. All right, this is finna be good, y'all. Hey, y'all, I just did myself like I do at Olive Garden. You know, when they come around with the fresh cheese and they be like, you wanna keep going? I kept going. I had to tell myself to stop. Hey, but here we go. This is our Bolognese ragu with fried grits. And then I add a little tomato jam. All right, so let's get ready to dig in it. All right, y'all already know, it's the conclusion of the matter. Boom. Hey, let's dig in, all right? So what we got here, we got our grits. We got our short rib Bolognese sauce. We got a tomato relish. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, I really want to use Samuel L. Jackson's favorite word right now, but you know what I'm saying, kids, right? So I can't do that. Hey, oh my God. Hey, so imagine these grits is come across almost like a mozzarella stick, like it's crunchy on the outside. There's a real clear crunch, but it's a cheesy gooiness when you break in. Hold on, can I? Y'all, I don't know if y'all. Hey, just make this at home. And that short rib, it's beefy, it's herbaceous, it's all of that. And then, hey, y'all didn't see me make this tomato relish, but this is like spicy and tomatoey and all that. It just, hey, this is probably one of the best things I ever ate and made ever. And look at this big old piece of short rib. All with leftovers. This is a leftover meal. So you can make this at home. You know what I'm saying? Repurpose your leftovers. I already know what I'm gonna do for leftovers. It's gonna be from these leftovers. So stay tuned for the next one. But I love y'all. Hey, thank you for, you know what I'm saying, watching this and sticking with me all this time. Watch, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You already know how it goes. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. See y'all next time.